Conservative New Media viewers, NBA fans around the world, what's up? It's me, PFV, Paul F. Villarreal, and we're here to discuss an article that was printed in the Los Angeles Times, or electronically printed, I guess I should say, about a day and a half ago. But I just ran across this article a few hours ago, and I wanted to discuss it. And what it is a piece discussing Kobe Bryant and how he's playing this year. And they took anonymous quotes from different people around the NBA. The name of the article, and you will find a link for the article in the video description below the video player, is Kobe Bryant's struggles cause some in NBA circles to say it's time he retires, unquote. Now, in the article itself, they quote from at least 4 different sources. The first source is a retired guard who faced Bryant, so a former player who was a guard who played against Kobe. The second source is an Eastern Conference executive, and again, these are all anonymous players and executives and scouts. The third source is a current player in the West, the Western Conference. And finally, the fourth source is a West scout, so a scout for one of the teams in the West. Here's some of what they said, and there's more in the article you can check out for yourself. There's also comments in the article from Charles Barkley of TNT Television. So there's a lot of stuff, and if you're a Kobe fan, it's definitely not good. Here's the first quote. This is from the retired guard who faced Kobe Bryant. He said, quote, "I know he's owed $25 million, but he should just walk away now. He ain't got it anymore," unquote. Second quote, this is from the Eastern Conference executive. Quote, "At some point, the body just can't do it anymore, and Kobe's body can't do it anymore," unquote. Here's the third quote. This is from a current player in the West. We don't know who it is, but whatever. And this is the title quote right here. "Yeah, I've seen him play, and it's disgusting." And then he goes on to say, "He's got nothing left," referring, of course, to Kobe. Finally, from a scout from a Western Conference team, he's asked, does Kobe have anything left? Here's the quote, "Nothing. I hate it," unquote. And then he goes on to say, "I hope this is his last season. It's not going to get better." So we've watched Kobe his entire career. We've watched him this year. And I said in another recent video about Kobe that the video was talking about the Golden State Warriors players were saying they were shocked at how far Kobe Bryant has fallen as a player. What it looks like to me is it looks like Kobe never regained his legs after the Achilles tendon injury that he suffered in 2013. It just looks like he's lost lift in his jumping ability. He's lost speed, like burst and first step, that type of a thing. And that's the type of damage that you get from an Achilles tendon rupture. And that's why it's probably the most devastating injury that a basketball player can suffer, even more devastating than something like an ACL knee injury. It just basically, when you get the Achilles tendon injury, you just never come back the same. You don't have the same explosiveness. You can't jump like you used to be able to jump. You can't move like you used to be able to move. And it's really a tragedy. Hopefully in the future, as athletic medicine gets better and better, there will be advanced and superior procedures where this isn't kind of like a death sentence for NBA players. The most notable exception to this, of course, is Dominique Wilkins, who had an Achilles tendon rupture. He came back, was an all-star the next year, played great. However, Dominique, a couple years after that, was pretty much done at a high level. And Dominique was younger than Kobe. He had less mileage than Kobe did when he got hurt. And Dominique changed his game when he came back. It basically became much more of a three-point shooter, and he was effective with it. Kobe is trying to shoot three-pointers, but he's not doing it effectively. He's basically shooting 20% from three-point range this season. He is taking a lot of three-pointers. He's just not hitting them. So he's trying to adapt, but it's not working. And I think in addition to the Achilles injury, he's fighting father time here. He's aging. He's got an incredible amount of minutes that he's played in his career. And it's just kind of all coming together to take him down and kind of render him as the player that we're seeing right now, which is clearly the worst that he's been in any point in his career, including his rookie season, including when he came back for the 6 games in 2013 and 2014. His numbers that in those 6 games are actually better than they are right now. That's what it looks like is happening. And so the Golden State Warriors players notice it. These anonymous sources notice it. You notice it if you're watching the games of the Lakers. I notice it. There are people who still feel that Kobe's just rusty, that he needs to get his legs back. He's just missed a lot of time and that it'll all come back. I don't think that's going to happen. I do think there will be some more peaks or some more good games or good stretches for Kobe this season. But I just think it, as the executive said, I believe it was, the body only has so much to give. And once you get to that limit, that's it. And it really looks like Kobe is at that point now. If you watched other great players as they aged, some other examples like Charles Barkley, like Hakeem Olajuwon, like Patrick Ewing, and so on, the same thing happened to them. I remember Scottie Pippen when he was coming to the end of his career with Portland and particularly with the Houston Rockets, I think it was. The body just starts breaking down. It just can't handle it anymore. And you still have your skill level, but your body just can't do it anymore. And I think that's where Kobe's at right now. What happens then is you start getting a bunch of small nagging injuries. You just can't get healthy. You can't stay healthy. You can't stay on the court. And you can't recover from injuries you would have easily recovered from earlier in your career. And that's kind of where it looks like things are heading right now for Kobe Bryant. So that is the latest. New article from the Los Angeles Times. They talked to various sources around the NBA, and the verdict of these people is fairly unanimous, basically saying Kobe is done, Kobe is washed, it's over, he has nothing left, so on. So we will have to see. Of course, Kobe's very competitive. If this is his final season, he's not going to want to go out like this. He's going to try to do everything he can to get his performance level up. And we're all going to watch and see what happens. Hopefully for him and for his fans, he can kind of improve and give some more vintage Kobe performances before the end of his career and maybe before the end of this season. So that is it for now. Thumbs up, thumbs down, your comments below. What do you think? Do you think Kobe's finished? Do you think he can get his legs back and get his shot back? Is it going to come around for him? Or are these different anonymous sources correct and they think it's all over for Kobe? I don't know. Like I said, I think it's pretty much over, but I still think there could be some good moments for him throughout this season. And again, I mean, he's one of the great players of all time. You hope that it can get a little bit better so that he can kind of go out on a higher note. And I will say this too, because Kobe has expressed interest in playing in the Olympics basically in 2016. at the end of the current NBA season. If Kobe is playing at this level, it's going to be very difficult, in my opinion, for the Olympic Committee, for the Team USA to take him on, because you have other players that have participated in Team USA events. Kobe has not, and I hate to say it, but I don't know what he can do right now for you. I'm not sure what he's going to be able to contribute right now. So maybe he kind of gets a kind of legacy exemption just because of his career, and they kind of bring him on and they nudge somebody else out. But in terms of earning the spot based upon his performance, I don't. That hasn't happened yet, and I don't know if it's going to happen this season. So, okay, that's it for now. Hope you're having a great night, a great day wherever you are around the world when you watch this video. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.